talked before about coronet cameras, which were made in Birmingham between, well, basically the 30s and the 1960. A company associated with coronet was Elliott and Company, and Elliott and Company were a company that were into plastics and Bakelite and moulding, and they made a couple of cameras. They made something called the VP Trin, which was very popular and you could buy in Woolworths, a camera that a lot of people had as their first camera. And in the late 40s, they produced this Vista colour. And it's interesting in quite a few respects. You don't find these very often, and this one isn't in the best of condition, but as you can see, it's a Bakelite camera that takes 120 film. Now, box cameras were very popular at the time, and of course a box camera, you look down and you've got a little reflex. Here you've got a direct viewfinder, and a box camera which was 6x9, this is actually 6x6. If I unlock it, and you get 12 negatives on a row. The f-stop is apparently f12 and the shutter speed is 1/80th of a second. I didn't know this until I had used the camera. As you can see, there's no setting and there's no indication what the f-stop might be. I've simply got a shutter there, right on here, few window for the number of negative here, and that is it. I wasn't holding much hope for this camera. Let's see what happened when I actually used it. I wasn't hoping for much with this camera, however I quite liked the results. Yes, it is underexposed, and I think that accounts for the fact we apparently are using a f-stop of f12, a shutter speed of 1/80th, and it was a cloudy evening. It was a very dull August evening when I took these photographs at Studland in Dorset. However, you can read the sign, it's moderately sharp. There is a scratch on the film, but you get a real vintage, a genuine vintage look. Look, you are using a camera which is at least 50-60 years old, and it gives the photographs a definite look. And here we have a bunker actually, which was made in the Second World War from concrete. It's a viewing bunker, and I think it gives a certain look. I was pleasantly surprised by this camera. It gave an image which was interesting, which was different. I wouldn't use this camera every day, but it was interesting to use, and definitely a different camera.